it had everything to do with Gary Spivey, because he is a unique person, a spiritually in tune person, and when anybody who's ever met him, he just exudes love. Just pure love. But he isn't necessarily loving. And there's a difference between loving and love.
This is the Kevin Trudeau Show.
I am exposing the corruption in government and in major multinational corporations. We're telling you the things that they don't want you to know that will make your life better.
Gary, as you know, is completely attuned. We've been friends for decades. He was living in St. Petersburg, Florida at the time. I had a condo down there, and I had just bought a home in a big, huge ranch, 475-acre ranch, big, huge mansion. I think it was 20,000 square feet. Had like a 3,000 square foot guest house on the property, had a big, huge 5,000 square foot barn that was converted into an office and more sleeping rooms. And I think there was 12 or 13 or 15 bedrooms. I don't know, 30 people could stay at the house. And when I bought the house, I bought it sight unseen. I was actually driving down with my realtor. I drove by this beautiful ranch and I said, drive down this driveway. It was a dirt driveway. We drove down the driveway through the walnut groves, the avocados, the oranges. We went up to the side of the mountain around this big circular driveway with this big, gorgeous, amazing fountain in the middle of the circular driveway with this big, enormous mansion. I never got out of the car. We drove back to the main road and I said, buy that. He said, it's not for sale. I said, it doesn't matter. Everything's for sale at the right price, so buy it anyway. So he called the people around 6 weeks later. I bought it, I paid for it, and I ridiculously overpaid, according to my realtor, which turned out later that was not true because I actually sold it to the producer of the movie What About Mary? Something About Mary, a Hollywood producer, and I made a lot of money on it, so I didn't overpay. But at the time, it looked like I overpaid. So I bought the house. I had never seen the house, and I was excited to live in Ojai and so forth. So I'm in St. Petersburg, Florida. I'm actually over Gary's house when I get the news that we closed. I now own the house. I said, terrific. So Gary's right there. I says, hey, Gary, I'm gonna fire up the jet. Had a private jet at the time. I'm gonna fire at the jet. I'm gonna go over from Florida. We're gonna fly cross country, get dropped off at Oxnard, California, get picked up by the realtor, and I'm gonna go see my new house. Do you wanna come with me? And Gary said, no, I can't come with you. I got readings all day. I got appointments. I got things, business happening. I got a full schedule. He goes, well, hold on. Let me check with my angels. My angels say I should go. I said, well, pack, hurry up. I'm leaving this afternoon. So we get on the jet. Of course, Gary has his psychic cocktail, espresso coffee, and Tanqueray gin. And we like chicken wings, so we had a lot of chicken wings. So we ate chicken wings. We got organic, all fantastic chicken wings with Tanqueray gin and espresso. And, we're buzzing and having a good time. So we go, get dropped off. My plane drops us off. The realtor picks us up. We go to the ranch. My realtor is really nervous, and I don't understand why. We get to the ranch. I realize that this house was kind of put together over a few decades with add-ons, and most of the work was done by the owner. So he had like a beer bottle that he would cut and use the beer bottle glass for the stained glass of the window. And this was not the highest quality house. And as I'm looking around, I'm thinking, I can't live here. This is a tear down. This is going to be way too much work to really get up to speed. I don't particularly like it. It kind of has a little smell to it. The carpet's got to be changed. I think this is a tear down. So I say, look, this is just a tear down. I can't live here. And Gary, having the psychic vision that he has, but more than that, the creative ability that he has that I don't have, he sees things in properties that I just don't see, right? I mean, that's his love, antiques and properties and fluffing things up. So he says, no, Kevin, this isn't a tear down. You could put shears up here. You could put throw pillows over there. We could put this and that. We could have parties here. And he's like going on and on. I'm going, Gary, do you want to live here? And he said, let me ask my angels. They say yes. I go, good, here are the keys. It's yours. I gave him the house. And he looked at me, really? I goes, it's yours. That's the only set of keys. I goes, it's yours. You turn it into a palace. This will be our party house. When guests come in to see me, they'll stay here. And we worked out an arrangement. I said, but this is your house now. And I looked at my realtor, I said, find me someplace to live, which he did, and Gary turned this place into a palace. We had a big party there with like 1,000 people, half of Hollywood came. 6-8 months later, the parties that he put on. Melanie came to sing. He had drummers from Africa come in to perform. Casey and the Sunshine Band, I think, was there. He had sushi chefs making sushi. All these other world-class chefs cooking up food for a whole weekend. It was a weekend party. Had helicopter rides. He said get horses, made them look like unicorns to give rides around the property. It was like unbelievable. And again, half of Hollywood came. I mean, all the celebrities it was just unbelievable. Well, about 6 or 9 months later, I'm down in Beverly Hills, California, and I'm at the Regent Beverly Wilshire Hotel. I'm having breakfast, and I bump into this girl, and we start talking, and she's by herself, I'm by herself. I said, you want to share breakfast? She said, great. So I moved to her table, and we started talking, and she goes, where do you live? And I said, I live in Ojai, California. She goes, oh, that's interesting. I went to this unbelievable party there almost a year ago. It was the greatest thing I've ever been to in my life. And I said, yeah, that's kind of my place and my buddy Gary's. You mean you know the psychic? I go, yeah, that's kind of our place. It's kind of my place, his place, our place. Oh my God. I mean, people were still buzzing about it a year later. So it was pretty spectacular, and it had nothing to do with me. It had everything to do with Gary Spivey, because he is a unique person, a spiritually in tune person, and when anybody who's ever met him, he just exudes love. Just pure love. But he isn't necessarily loving. And there's a difference between loving and love. Because if you're just in love, then true love means sometimes you have to be a little bit direct and a little bit firm. And Gary doesn't pull punches, but he does it purely out of love. And he knows that if he doesn't sometimes be harsh, we call this in Guru University, by the way, we were taught that this is called the fire of the guru. Because out of love, sometimes they have to smack you in the back of the head, which is what Muktananda physically did to me, smacked me in the back of the head to awaken me. So Gary, although he is gifted and special, as he will say, and the same thing I say, I do one-on-ones and I do all the stuff that I do, or people are at a dinner and they walk out and they go, why do I feel like I'm drunk and I didn't have anything to drink? Because they're in the presence of photon-producing generators. Gary Spivey, myself, Her Holiness Saima, and it's transformational. It really is transformational. Hi, I'm Kevin Trudeau. This is everything they don't want you to know about to improve the quality of your life. Broadcasting every Monday and Wednesday, 2 days a week now. Monday and Wednesday at 1 o'clock Chicago time. Make sure you tune in and subscribe to the channel and share these shows with everyone you know.